What am I doing? Better than saying you will be having
the friend of Asare Bediako.
There's a coffee years I had to know a day.
No, I know the character name in the movie. I identify Asare Bediako. Be a filmmaker. Directing, acting, producing, scriptwriting.
Kumawood, maybe I'm movies be na Kumawood that collapse. Na Asare Ashanti Regional Minister Dr. Frank Amako and the episode page saying is it here.
First and foremost, the kind of say that part of the okay, BBC na Kumawood collapse. I feel the trying in collapsing, it went down. Also, in restructuring, His Excellency John Dramani Muhammad, the rest setting, the Cassia was a TBB, there's a shipping beer, the Anna Assay, the Anna Anthony, the Anna Chia, the Astro Team, and the issue of the policies in the constitution. That is a rest setting. Honorable Dr. Frank Amako. Then I think so they are very serious to receive it's not the money.
Then over a summit now, Abwa, ever walk Kumawood. If I was a Kumawood for Muko meeting here, did this idea, of course.
So far, and Pennsylvania, Gina Elby, because we are so honest and unity everywhere. I don't think so. But as you can see, as I say, Kumawood, Kumawood Ashanti Friends Association, a brand. Within that association, no, and yet will be to say access. The filmmakers, that is the renowned filmmakers in Ashanti, in those areas, we bring directors, scriptwriters, we bring crew association, we have the actors there, we have the producers association, all in the form Kumawood Ashanti Film Association, which of course regional minister before she was setting up this committee, a job to the new the constitution, the bedroom guiding after the appointed committee and penny for the various domains and the that board, which of course we're instituted board now, board now. And in general, what I would say is that Kumawood strongly come to stay.
Yes, first movies now near Shishan, yes, I share movie.
Of course. Movies are near Shishan those days. You'll be shimuki. I need to wear jihad to say, those days, Shadia nation. Your baby, your being said, you can get much improvement. I'm a Ghanaian to
first, you know, say a movie, and the cock says, then no, it means it will be crowded, take a set, will be a movie crowded. And then a movie, a bit me, I didn't say the first major.
Of course, I idea about what they say the trend is changing. Trend may change in the Ghana and globally. Because this time around, the errors of CDs and those cassettes, technology in trend. BBR by digital. Once it's moving to digital, as filmmakers, so DNA, the people out there will reach through the digital platforms. Of course, mostly this time around, your series end tone, your movies end. But you're in the digital, the mother TV stations, what they call to say the app channels, various app channels, YouTube, Facebook, they are all platforms, Amazon, Netflix. So these are all digital platforms. You're moving. But at the back, the entire big challenge, let's say, beginning I would be saying digital, you was saying any TV show. So what I say, and your education, and what's you're reaching out to the masses. Okay, now no, most of our movies now are in a sub-use, so Kumasi Central Market. And now they are still be over Ukonya Biato. Name the digital platforms, when they phone, we get to media, beer, and what's over. And these are channels, yes, I say, buying super blind, and so individual, you know, with me at Abua, and also why your channel, with me promote you. I think so.
Like I said, more big creative channel back one number and we'll be able to create a channel.
That is, of course, we'll be on a channel.
Okay.
But within our film industry, we need to say Kafa. If you belong to Kafa now, Kafa member. Definitely, you know, we are going to create a platform, a better for movie industry. So what I'm saying, it is a be open your movie industry is not there. When the website in the bar now, we need to. We are the Kafa Film Association, Kumawood Ashanti Film Association. These are being our platform, digital platform. You have all our movies.
With the media more for my last question. First, near marketers, or would they cassettes in the stores, and no would you make any say? Store be anywhere give a cassette to the
No, so say, you know, with the era of printing CDs, no cassettes, no those times in the trend. The same market also was selling. But what we've done is that within the Kumawood board and the administration, we are going to set up a platform. So a marketing trend. We have marketers. I'm making sure aside your Juma how do you get the returns? In fact, when you invest at 10 cities in a movie, how do you get the returns? 10 cities. You know, you're fast to also produce. And only your marketers in we are going to deal with the digital channels and other social channels that you feel say, only your marketer will a day in Numa Coco and let me. That is what we are doing to
Director Pacho, say, you know. And Pimpy, who say, day in Ghana. Obi or Hebia, ever who can say, or between better nothing, now would see, and as an actor, and as an actress, or a queen or better nothing. But in Pimpy, no, the channel go for a say, I say, over party number, yes, select TV, yeah, EBF, as I had an 3 weeks, and your man. Name it, meaning say, would you any minute, would be any confused, we knew you do any. Aha, you saw directly outside acting. At the end of the camp at Fassa at the end because a critique some you may be a more industry.
Okay, you let me I can say one of the things that as filmmakers and I will see a channel film industry, it's not on political grounds. That is one thing I think say Kumasi Hano, you started Kumawood Ediena. You also bind the aba, they feel say fine. Me na mabai abasu probably me be to favor my people in the industry. Which of course me know nyina be the dance since the era of NDC came to power. I'm not I'm not being political. But NDC government here oba utimi bua the film industry. Any political on political grounds. So share idea Honorable Dr. Frank Mwako it's not based on its political aim, but at least or try as much as possible to make it national oriented. So okay, the National Film Authority representatives, your ASOC board is the national body regulating the film industry. So they are all part of this. So this thing has become a national dialogue for all filmmakers. So, what I will say is, whether you are in party A or party B or party C, once you are a filmmaker, you must make it a point to say every decision, every idea as filmmakers, because and you're selective. That is why we have a bigger platform. You're making announcements and you are not failing as said you. You're individual people who are whether you are MPP, NDC, CPP, or whatever. Once you belong to the industry, make it a point. Say, anytime we are the industry stakeholders, you should be one and another.
Okay, so industry no bouncing back. what are the structures that move put it down? Because you went just to how we play Titino. Movies be brena and I'm in the channel. Because an elbow will be at production. Now, what was someone from the new singing the Babon channel, picture quality, sound quality, like production, a bad. We now move production, but I can be DNA like it's a new structure very necessary and move put it down. A baby say move regulate industry. I'm here when they say these are the industrial players are more
These have been our major key challenge as we try say reset the Kumawood. We know in Abidi dance with the film industry. There are a lot of structures that are making here they are cake. And new message and you also try as much as possible to change some of your laws. Say and Deputy CEO, Mr. James Gardner, we made mention of policies of my structures in the airline, and that's what Parliament passing and my film bill me active upon the structures are. So what we will be pleading is to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Listen, with that airline now, the cafe bill, money yet a demon, that actor, or woman, of the sun. Now, yet implementing what is in the Constitution. We are laid down the possible structures. Structures here, of course, you will be doing. Yeah. Who said, and painting, there were some of the domains you do over. Not almost said that and participating with the structures. But now, we are setting up a new. That is why Kumawood board has been set to make sure, say, your structures are laying it down. It's going to be a precedent. So, me catch Mr. James say, Omomodanas will be using Kumawood as an example. Because in way back when the Ghana film industry they call from, it took Kumawood to stand to make sure say the structures work. And the story is why standing well. And my film industry, the same thing is applying here. With Kumawood, with the board, any the executives are here to make sure say Kumawood runs smoothly. We need to regulate. I asked a question, say, how do we need to decentralize the system? Then to me, Kobasa, fine, we know, say, in law, government has made the National Film Authority and anybody a bit near regulated the film industry. But the National Film Authority, they don't have offices or the various regions. Which, of course, I was say descended back. That is why I said decentralization is very, very important. Sabio, the National Film Authority, said the but we the filmmakers in Ashanti region here know. So you have to give us that autonomous power to regulate. It was a Sadiana and Yejuma, a Bema Obia, but said the say National Film Authority, Action, Kafa, Eddie Rad the film industry. No man autonomous power. So okay. Kumawood Ashanti Film Association, money body yimu for Ashanti region to regulate the film industry here for us in the name of the National Film Authority. I think to say when power need descended down Sana, Ebema and Yoma was Obi or Tinkran in India. And Obi or Tinkran in India said the Shema Obi Aswansiana, Ebia Achemadiana, Dia Tafu. But we here, so what empowering, what my to me say, make sure your people here do the right thing. I strongly believe that these are some of the things that when we get that power, we can regulate. Because filmmaking is a professional entity. It's just like the doctors, the nurses, the judges, the lawyers. Many nurses, many doctors, You bet me because me need in the area. The same thing applies to the film industry. If you want things to work correctly, and was set structures in a year, we are filmmaker. We need to regulate you. Was he a regulator? Duma and you say Duma and oh yeah, Duma part for the film industry. And I said,
regulation. Been in the industry for so long. New woman, met my 17 years now.
Of course.
And I'm equal. Can you know now what dog?
Yeah.
Now the cost set is so. It me to inside the do seniors who would be a bit. Moody seniority in the tongue chain, and I have to say, and then I quite you find no crown tongue. And when you find one industry, it's like you see, I know, must have been I will be now. Say, roll be back now, or say, in your pen, you palm and you play room now. Ubehona, Yama, young boy, and I am my young girl. We say, on no moon, and may near end makeups. See, I'm more rebuilding industry. Are you people going to continue with that line? Now, more numbers, so now, say, you see, I'm more than when you fall over sign.
I think say so we have something we call capacity building. You can unearthing new talent, you can unearthing new talent. It's not about and palanke to one. What you say? You want to for be brave. Said you want to pepper. Say on now the neighbor. Man, small grooming and training. There be new talent. I'll be to me and and you know, and for a kind of dear. Definitely. These are some of the things that because it's a regulation now. We're sorry to say, Samia Mijnahi, to be a Juma was a Korean and I mean the artist or do more back. So when we all come under one umbrella, we say we all belong to this association. And ne Ochina Mimia Asumesi Juma. These are the artists I was one National Film Authority above the rule the BSA. Who be a movie come for accreditation. What you say? Classification near you, a Juma warrior, and for our do more year. Now you're me. But say I just had the end to put that data. Now how will you know when you Juma now? These are the regulations that you ever see the man that are strengthening. It is service a wood now when you're part of CAFA, you cannot work. You cannot operate. When you're a renowned camera guy, I mean say who kakafa. We are well disciplined. Uni majuma. I was so kucha. Young to me my own. Sabi when you have been to me in fact camera be and could not baby. Not only you may be a ma near my claim as Ghanaian. These are some of the things that we are going to strengthen from that. We have a much strength measures at least if you belong to the association, you can operate. If you want to work you can come to the association and seek advice. Okay, Ejuma way asuma esi wo ho, obentin wo ho, obetimi aye, obetimi aboa asupport wo. I believe so with that, we will have a very good film industry.
That's our last one. Who said movie industry, more try reviving movie industry.
Yeah.
But here's the case, the movie, I partisan actors, any actresses.
I think say medical come on that, but it's not about partisan. You see, Obi be on what film industry no more say what the industry no politics be no in the future. So what yes, that is why some people started. Asante region na kwakwa say who join the NDC you are out. You will be degree to 2 years. Say we are something be into now join the NDC to the filmmakers and a lot of them will not work with you. They can't wasem. So the film industry is not partisan. I strongly believe that whether you are in party A or B, I would do one now, and there was so money here because I'm not doing circle one another. Name your party be over or bar or bois. It is almost any party of one even you don't belong to the party grammar. You still have to support because I will Juma and Obeshanek. So what you say?
Because you say, I know you can't say a movie, maybe say, movie, will be shown up a movie, and if I never.
Oh, we movie there. My current way, I think it's being shown on TV. Your friend is saying one power will be
Yeah.
but yes series are running A1 to Super A1 TV and I think that it's on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Which one power will be there and very powerful. I feel like master here. Until it's open the current idea. Aside that I've done a couple of movies, I'm yet to bring them out on the YouTube channel.
The shadow camera and we each and never.
And Chokra, so that is
concerning Fun Summit, event the Brian so a young Kaya or Monpabi Emma Kumasi. Now, me, don't think that it's time to say Kumasi, you pray for auditorium and Sana, you pray for set sound because a Africa event, a national event coming to Kumasi and you find Anna.
I organize a summit. Yeah, man. That is what I'm trying to tell you. You see, what Zach and any issue, people fighting with him. I think it's not a fight. Sometimes we agree to disagree. People expect more from him as a board chairman of Asare because he has been there in the previous government and this time to his in. So we are expecting more from him. Say obet me abuwa. But yeah, not sometimes to me because he's just a single person. So what you I know say meaning say any person was senka most of the programs because Kumasi is the citadel of filmmaking. I keep saying say Kumawood move the national. I say a house here. So when you're good players, look at our local blasters and obviously the video. That is how it is. We Kumawood film. This is the time with the CEO, deputy CEO, or with the regional minister, so input all making and not run the man, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Who said no, Mami Kumawood team and fantastic to make sure say Kumawood makes me
the board chairman of the Audiovisual Rights Society of Ghana, Asare. Now I say NFA board so. Kumawood board so. Say SA so. And then you may summit. In fact, one of the best, one of the kinds of faith and Ashanti region, experiencing BBC. In fact, Ghana as a whole, summit, you know, is a country so much me. I'm going to go to training, a key. They are training and yes, school, summit be say, baby, it me free the players, Mankasa. Now you see a dear free. It be Jiri said, yeah, minister, Sajumedi or the Abeka Ashanti Festival. Abasubodi, a idea bet me a bois, Ama Ashanti and a Kumawood in film industry. Problems they won't want. Here might be say, and our program say, elevate my page industry. If they nearby, you think come over, baby, a be a future, a be a suggestions, a be a year, see a huno, a be see at the chair. Yeah, and then the Jiri say free aqua, or beer, or follow summit in the yard. On free hand, come over your video. Now, the Jiri say, a bebois, I'm a shanty, Kumawood, a Timmy Apeja. Now, the summit, and yet, Adia, a back again. Minister Dikan at the committee, Ama and Namswama, Yabe formal Kumawood board. Now, board, any national film authority, your collaboration. I'm here in Shishebe Eba. Near the kind of person, Siniforno, and Yankabo. They are tossing me or see a chat from Poniaco baby. Yet if she are, I'm industry now conform. They are ready, yeah, TV. Now, failure who quite the first one, you pay the industry. It is Sabri, Sasia, Unina, Sa research, and Sa dialogue, Unino. A Dickiaco so. I'm a tintim the crata. Minister Jinaswa, Yadi Atuaba, a yip before a war. Ashanti, and as a Kumawood. Eti sesiano ye nyina de ehwe ani mu ni say niema minister opepa minister enya ediama industry no any niema ye de atokwa mu bibi ti say creating vibrant marketing, creating educational platform to say ye hu traveling, any investment drive, any funding, any other things are. You see, a person you put in place. Now be structures. The GD say, we, shall see. The GD say, "Any money you know, 18 timon. Ebema Kumawood, and our film industry, I want a sentiment. Ever see a page of you. Me that it's you for us.